Hi guys, it's Katelin from Twin Book Fanatics, and today I'm going to be talking about I'm going to try to limit my TBR by the time I'm out of college. So, yay! So, the first step I'm going to take to limit my TBR pile is to decrease the amount of book hauls that I have and how many books I buy per year also. So I don't know if you guys have seen a lot of my book hauls from the previous year, but my Christmas book haul totaled out to 35 books. Now that's just because of Book Outlet. So with doing this, I'm going to say buy the Book Outlet for at least the next 5 years. So that's going to be a little tough, but I can do that because I don't want to get into the habit of having so many books unread within the couple, and like I don't want to get up to a TBR past 100, which I know I'm past 100 right now. So I want to drop it past, I want to make it stay underneath 100, and maybe one day I'll only have like 3 or 4 books on my TBR. Now this is also a problem because I am a slow reader. I've never been a fast reader. So like I will get a book and it might take me a week or so, maybe 2 weeks to read it. I think the only book I've read in a day was The Hunger Games. And that was just because it was so fast paced, and that one was the only one that has ever taken me a day. Or Diary of the Wimpy Kid books, because I can read those books within a day, but those have pictures. So with doing this, I'm going to end up limiting the TBR I have, and I'm going to be lessening the book hauls I have. So for like the rest of this year, I've already decided what I want to purchase, and I think there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But I think it's up to 15 now because I think there's 2 more I've added on here, which I think the one is An Ember in the Ashes. I forget who it's by. I think it's Saba Tahir, but I could be wrong. And I think there's another one on here, but I'm not. I think another one I put on my mental list, but I'm not really sure what it is at this moment. But I think there's 15 of them for the rest of this year. So basically, from now until I start school, which will be around August, at the end of August, it would be around, I think it's the 16th or 17th, one of those days, I don't really remember. I'm going to do one more book haul, and these books will probably end up be from A Books. I found one seller on there that I really am impressed with right now, and they sell new books. So I found them, and they've seen, like, with my previous purchase that I purchased, the books I purchased off them, they came in really good condition. I mean, there wasn't no, like, minor damage on them. They claim that they're new. They seem new to me. So that's the seller I'm going to probably end up purchasing all these books through, or most of them through, because the rest I want for Christmas. So wherever my parents or my sister or whoever buys me these books, they can choose wherever they want to get them from, and I don't really care. So the books I'm probably going to be purchasing soon is The Hair of Fire, The Assassin's Blade, I don't know about A Court of Thorn or Roses, Queen of Shadows is not out yet, so I'm going to have to wait for that one for Christmas because it comes out September 1st, but that's probably gonna be for Christmas because my mom does a certain cutoff date that, like, if it's past September, it goes for Christmas. So that's gonna be definitely for Christmas. Falling Darkness, which is the 3rd book in the Falling Kingdoms series. Falling Kingdoms in hardback because my paperback is damaged on top. Frozen Tides, which doesn't come out until like 10 days before Christmas, so that's gonna be for Christmas. A Book of Thieves and Roses, which comes out in about a week or so. So that might be on my A book list. Alienated 2, which is called Invaded, by Melissa Landards. Book 2 in the Fifth Wave, which is The Infinite Sea by Rick Yancey. Control, Book 2, which is Catalyst by Lydia King. And then Reboot 2, which I think is called Rebel by Amy Tintera. And Uninvited Book 2, which I don't remember what that title is called, which is by Sophie Jordan. And the one from Saba to Here will be on my list. And I think that's all I have on here. So my plan on my next book haul will probably, I don't know when it's exactly going to happen, but the 4 books I'll probably end up getting is this in hardback, the 3rd book in this series, the 3rd in this series, and the prequel, and possibly A Chord, Thorn and Roses, and a Book of Spirit and Thieves. Possibly. So that would be hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. Sometimes I'm not good at math. But anyway, this is going to be a struggle for me, and I've set rules in place, which I cannot start a new series. But there's some limitation. There's some exceptions to that rule. Laini Taylor is having a new book coming out next year, which I'm definitely going to be buying that one, and it's a trilogy. It's going to be a trilogy. Cindy Williams Chima comes out with a sequel to this series, Back Behind Me, and I forget what the series is called, but I know the first book's Flamecaster, and it comes out in spring of 2016. So there's one I'm going to throw off, because honestly, and Cassandra Clare books can get purchased, but only after I read the Mortal Instruments series, because I read the Infernal Devices, but I haven't read the Mortal Instruments, so I'm not going to get more books on that list, on that, for her, until I read that chunk of books. But that should be done this end of, sometime next year probably. Because I'm not going to say it's going to be done by the end of this year, because it probably won't be done by the end of this year, and I don't care. And then I can get sequels to books that I've already read. So like I can get Reboot because I've already read Reboot. I can get the sequel to that. I can get the sequel to Uninvited because I already read that, and etc. But the books that are on here that have sequels right now, that I have not read the first book, I'm not buying it, because my goal is to limit the amount of books I have on my TBR. So if I didn't read this one, I'm probably not going to read the second one to a while. So that's how I'm going to try to limit it, and I'm going to try to keep myself around 20 books per year. I know that's a cutback, and I know that might be a lot to some people, but to me that's nothing, because I'm used to getting a lot of books. So yeah, so that's how I'm going to try to be zero by the end of college, which I'll probably end up graduating from college in 2020. So yeah, this is going to be in place for about 5 years. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!